adventure, and on this journey, I have met so many committed people who want to save the plums, okay? And I feel so privileged, even as a Frenchman, to be part of this revolution. Now, here's another chef who is just as enthusiastic about reviving a brilliant ingredient.
I'm Angela Hartnett and I'm known for cooking Italian food, mainly due to my heritage of having a family around, and we used to cook that all the time. But one thing with my Italian grandmother we never neglected was a fantastic British Christmas lunch. But part of that Christmas lunch is being neglected throughout the year, and I'm talking about the Great British Turkey. An impressive 87% of us eat turkey at Christmas. You'd think that was a good thing. But the point is that Christmas is probably the only time of the year you do eat turkey. So I'm going to reacquaint you with this overlooked bird. In my revival campaign, I'll be meeting producers who are striving to save our native rare breeds.
90% of the turkeys created for Christmas are of a commercial variety, but they're not really turkeys.
And I find out how turkey is playing a vital role in energising our Olympic athletes.
Well, what it does, it allows you to perform at high intensity for a longer period of time.
And in the Revival Kitchen, I'll be showing you my favourite turkey dishes, not just for the festive season, but for the whole year. Perfect way to eat turkey. So picture this, it's 12 days before Christmas, you're panicking about the decorations, you're buying excess presents, and you've still got to cook that turkey. You get up at 6 in the morning, you shove it in the oven, and you let it cook for hours and hours and hours. So basically you have this dry, big bird, which then lasts you for the next 3 days, and by the end of it you say, that's it, never again. But you do it every year, we all do it. But statistics show that over the last 20 years or so, we have been eating far fewer turkeys than we used to. Production has plummeted from 45 million to a paltry 17 million birds a year. We're obviously falling out of love with turkey at a disastrous rate. So what on earth is going on?
If I cook it, it tends to taste quite dry, so I don't really like it.
I do have to be honest with you, I only buy turkey at Christmas occasionally, and it's not my favourite meat.
The texture's just not the same. I'd rather eat chicken than turkey.
I'm astonished that people's perception of turkey is so negative. Certainly mass-produced birds, avian flu and the turkey Twizzler controversy haven't done the industry any favours. But I want to show you that we have an extraordinary turkey heritage that a few brave producers are fighting to revive. I'm off to meet one of these producers in Essex, who is single-handedly responsible for saving the bronze breed turkey from extinction.
I would say in the early 80s, we really came to a bit of a crossroads, and that the industry seemed to be heading towards producing a white bird that was faster growing, younger.
I mean, literally doubled in size from
That's
what I've
right,
understood,
that's right.
yeah.
But at the expense of eating quality. Now, we had a choice. We were a small family business. We either tried to go head-to-head with the big boys or do something different. So they took a risk. They brought up the last remaining breeding stock in the UK, about 300 bronze birds. Everybody said they were nuts to do it, but it's just gone from strength to strength.
And what is it, 28 years now you've been doing it?
28 years later, here we are.
Fantastic. It's a terrific success story. They've gone from buying up 300 unwanted birds to now producing 40,000 birds a year for the Christmas market. Plus they sell over 1 million poults to other farms. Phenomenal. I've never been in a field with so many turkeys. I'm itching to get a bit closer and learn more about them. All right, let's try and get one then.
Okay.
Come on. Do you have to hold the hind legs? I'm going to watch you do it first.
Well,
will they peck?
Well, they might.
Oh la la.
Or they might just flap its legs. This could go on for ages.
Oh la la.
You can stop filming at any time.
Oh!
You can tell I'm more office-based.
Yeah, I can tell. Come here, gobble, gobble, gobble. Mick, come and get a turkey.
Come on, Mick, give me an easy one.
How do you know what an easy one is? How can you tell the difference?
They're Essex birds, so they should be okay. Yeah.
No. Oh my God, he got one straight away. Phil, useless, honestly.
Thank you, Mick.
Oh, God.
Now, we've only got hens here in this field, but if we have the stag birds, they have more of a pronounced wattle round here under the neck. And and a snood over their beak as well. So
Yeah.
that's where they sweat from. That's their main sweat glands.
What fascinates me is the fact that, 40, 50 years ago, the bronze was the turkey of the moment. And then, then we've transferred to this commercial turkey, these whites. I mean, and the industry hasn't done itself any favours in that respect.
The main reason why the bronze turkey started disappearing was if you hand pluck these birds, of course, you're going to end up with 1 or 2 feather stubs left.
Sure.
Now, on the bronze bird, that's a dark feather stub. We like
Yeah.
to call it designer stubble. If it's a white bird, it's not as noticeable.
Yeah.
So from the big retailers' point of view, if they want a nice pearly white looking bird on their shelves, they're going to want a white bird. And slowly but surely a sea change came about and the bronze bird disappeared. And really just for those aesthetic reasons.
I mean, I find that incredible. And nothing to do with being a chef or anything, but it just even being brought up as a child. And it was all about flavour. It had nothing to do with aesthetics. But now you go into a supermarket and everything has to look, it's like the meat's so red. You don't get good meat that's that red.
No,
it needs
that's
to be
right.
darker and
Yeah.
hung. And it's incredible that we just buy into that. Oh, bless her. Do you name them all, Phil?
Yes. This one's called Easy.
Easy 1,
Yeah.
easy 2, easy 3.
No, the others are difficult. Yeah.
Hey, Poppet.
Off you go.
Bless her. Oh, she likes us now. Unlike the mass-produced white birds, these free-range turkeys are being reared for up to 26 weeks. Choosing a bronze turkey over the white variety is the first step we can all take to help revive the Great British Turkey.
In our particular instance, we realise we're in a niche market and it's not for everybody. But if you can, buy the best bird you can, particularly if it's for Christmas Day. It's the most special meal of the year, isn't it?
My Revival is all about convincing you to cook with turkey more often, and not just to serve as a roast. Well, as a chef, the best way I can do that is to prove to you what amazing things you can do with it. So now I'm going to show you a fantastic recipe which is perfect for using leftover turkey and an ideal supper dish. It's called turkey, leek and ham pie. So to start off, to make this lovely turkey pie, we've got some sautéed onions already happening in the pan. Keep it quite chunky because it's going to go in the oven for at least 20 minutes. So you don't want the onions and everything overcooking all the different vegetables. Slice up the carrots and leeks. Rinse. Then saute them down in a pan along with the onions. To enhance the flavour, add a few sprigs of thyme and season. Next, prepare the mushrooms. With mushrooms, don't over-clean them, you can just wipe them with a little cloth or just very lightly rinse them. But they're porous and they absorb so much water that you'll lose all the flavour. For the sauce, add cream, followed by turkey or chicken stock. Turkey's a great alternative to chicken. You don't have to buy the huge turkeys. You can buy the ready-done breasts in the supermarket. You can buy just the turkey legs. So there's always options out there to use it more. As the veg are nearly ready, add in the mushrooms. Then spice the dish up. I'm using cayenne pepper. The turkey can take a little bit of heat just to give it a little bit of a kick there. And a few tarragon leaves, which really complement the turkey. Slice up the ham. It's not going to have to cook anymore because it's already cooked, so it's just going to heat through while you're cooking the pastry top for the pie. And finally, the star ingredient, turkey. This is a bronze bird which was roasted yesterday. It's lovely and moist, it's still nice and soft. It doesn't feel dry, which is, I think, the other reason loads of people go off turkey. They think because it's such a big bird, takes hours in the oven. And these smaller birds definitely have that better flavour, much better than those big double-breasted ones that we're so used to eating at Christmas. The final thing we need to get ready is our pastry crust. So, perfect to sort of buy puff pastry from your local supermarkets and shops. And you just cut off the piece you need and then put the rest in the freezer. Loosely cut around the base. It doesn't have to be perfect. Pour the turkey mix in and use the pastry trimmings to secure the edge. Gently place the pastry lid on top and crimp down the edges. Just pierce the centre, and this allows the steam to come out. You want the puff pastry to cook, But, you know, if there's too much steam in there, it's not going to happen. It's going to become soggy. So just a little bit of milk and egg. That's what we call egg wash, and that's going to be fantastic to give it that beautiful golden colour. Lightly glaze the top of the tart, and for that finishing touch, grate a little bit of parmesan on the top. Can't make a recipe without using parmesan. Pop into the oven and cook on a medium heat. And 20 minutes later, my delicious turkey leek and ham pie is ready. So, in less than an hour, start to finish, we've got a fantastic turkey leek and ham pie. So let's have a try of this fantastic pie. So, look at those succulent, moist turkey chunks filling up the base. It's as easy to use as chicken and just as flavoursome. Smells delicious, and you've got all the amazing flavours from tarragon, turkey. So good. And you've got the lovely subtlety of the tarragon coming through, the cream's a lovely thick sauce, fantastic turkey, lovely light, nice and delicious. And for me, it's that perfect supper dish. It's a one-pot wonder, start to finish in 40 minutes, put it on the table and everyone tuck in. I'm on a campaign to champion a wonderful ingredient we're neglecting to use, the Great British Turkey. Yet it's already top of the menu for our Olympic athletes. And that's thanks to the team of nutritionists who have the awesome responsibility of keeping those guys on tip-top form, ready to bag those gold medals in 2012. They believe in the power of the turkey. I'm off to the English Institute of Sport in Marlow to find out what difference turkey is making. With the diets of some of our highest achieving sportsmen and women keeping her awake at night, I'm keen to meet New Zealand-born nutritionist Jenny Pearce. So why do you say turkey is the great superfood for athletes that's going to win us all those gold medals?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about turkey is that it's got several good qualities for an athlete. The first one is it's a very low-fat meat, so its protein ratio is quite high. So
and more low-fat than you'd say chicken, because that's what people normally associate with lean meat.
It is. It has a lower total fat content per serving size.
Right.
And for athletes, we often look at the different types of meat too. So if you're an athlete who maybe has some issues with iron, and you need to keep your iron levels up, we're going to ask you to eat the meat closer to the bone. However, if you're a weight class athlete and we need to look at calories and we want the maximum amount of protein for the calories, then we'll look at more of the white kind of breast kind of meat. So we do juggle things around. But also there's a special compound in turkey called beta-alanine.
Yeah.
And that's actually under some new research that's been out, actually helps with anaerobic exercise, that actually may help to reduce the buildup of lactic acid and allow an athlete to go at very high intensity for longer.
So it gives you a big energy boost.
Well, what it does, it allows you to perform at high intensity for a longer period of time. So in the gym, you'd get a better training session because you get a little bit more extra time out of it before you hit the fatigue and the pain barrier. And then for somebody who's actually competing, it means they can actually go a little bit longer.
This facility is one of a network of nationwide support services for athletes training in both summer and winter Olympic sports. With less than a year to go before the London Olympics, these athletes are on a strict training regime, and what they eat is crucial to their performance. Joining us for lunch is England hockey squad member Dan Fox, whose team, having come fifth in Beijing, are now vying for Olympic gold. How much do you listen to Jenny? You know, I mean, she's advocating turkey as a great alternative and a protein. It's lean, it's versatile. I mean, be honest, ignore her. How often do you have it a week?
No, I mean, I'm pretty happy. Turkey in pasta with a bit of pasta sauce in a stir fry is fine. And basically anything you can do with chicken, you can kind of do with turkey. So there's a few different options. So yeah, things like a curry.
Yeah, curry stir fry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it does make a difference if you eat well, particularly early on in the day.
Yeah.
It just sets you up.
So you were saying like 3 or 4 times a week to eat turkey to build up the benefits from it, if you like.
Athletes, if they want to get a benefit out of turkey, they need to eat it very regularly to get the build-up of beta-alanine, and it takes time. Yeah. Just not eating it once will actually have those benefits within the muscle cells. Yeah. So you need to eat it over a good 3 or 4 weeks, sometimes even longer, to build up enough.
100 grams a pop
about 100 to 150 grams a serving will be a good start. If you're eating it for weight loss, then probably looking at it substituting for some of maybe the Friday night takeaway meals,
Yeah.
or the really fatty foods. That's a good choice to kind of help you make weight and keep your weight down.
All right. Well, you win us a goal, Dan. I'll cook you a nice turkey, proper one, with roast, with all the trimming.
Well, you'll be allowed it then.
You'll be allowed it then, yeah.
I'll hold you to that. Yeah. Okay.
So it's been really great being here all day with Jenny in these amazing Olympic facilities. It's obviously hugely important how these athletes train.